Welcome, everyone, to the farm in Palo Alto, California, home of the Stanford Cardinal, where so many legendary players have built their legacies here over the decades. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the third-ranked team, the Stanford Cardinal. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Nittany Lions will kick this deep to get us going. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Gives it to the back. The game moves the ball to a 34.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Getting set. Here's second down. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. They're going to run it. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. First down, they'll keep the running game churning.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The game makes it second and medium.
Get set, get set. Ready, ready.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Brought down, but it's past the line of the game.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The Stanford offense is moving quickly down the field.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Go!
And then first down, right back to the running game. Shows off the stiff arm on the way to a solid game.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
On the double.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
Green 25. Flip it, flip it.
Keeping it on the ground here. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
And here's the handoff. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, this guy's already over 30 yards on the opening drive of this game. Another nice play right here. If this defense can't stop him, just keep feeding him the football.
Linebacker shifting around now. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, this defense is stepping up here early in this game, really controlling the line of scrimmage. Just nowhere to go on this last play, and now we've got a third down, a big opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looked pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get him to third down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. You bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Boy, great job up front here getting this first down by this Penn State offense. And great combination over the years that we've seen in State College. The ability to run the football with an offensive line that can get that push and a big physical back that can be able to pick up those yards, get those first downs.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's caught inside the 10. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches the football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they'll set up with a PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he'll take off deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. The Stanford offense is back out there on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Love the call here by the defense coordinator to be able to call this linebacker blitz to come up with a sack. And over the years, Penn State blitzes these backers and are more effective than maybe any school in the country.
Ready?
First down loss sets up 2nd and long from the 11.
Alert, alert.
And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Penn State. And the interception taken to the house. A pick 6 potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And now before the kickoff, a timeout has been taken by the receiving team. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Stanford offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's going to take off here. Finding space for 20. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Press it, run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
On the double.
2nd down after that run on the previous play.
Here we go.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Stanford comes to the line quickly here.
Ringo.
Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down there. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. This offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. And there's the handoff. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out.
Got it.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. And the quarterback dropping back. He's looking to scramble. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. is up for play number 8 on this drive.
Here we go. Ready.
Can he make it to the marker? Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. Stanford needing this fourth down conversion. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it.
That's just mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line does their job, gets a nice surge there, and the back does what he needs to do to pick up the first down.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Tackled after a short return to the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
On first down, it's play action. He's running out of time here. Makes the catch. It's Harris. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Okay, ready.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play?
In blue. In blue.
DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Ready up.
Second down play coming up for this offense.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They're going to run it here. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
On the ready.
Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. And he'll set up to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
We'll see if he can make a play on this return. The coverage team able to bring him down. Offense is back out there on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
And I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple of blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Looking to scramble. He's going to pull it down and run. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Offense getting set. It's second down.
Come on, set.
He'll hand it off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
But the defense coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. tried the back again here. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. Stanford comes to the line quickly here.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for his big tight end. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
Picks up the first, looking for more. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Inside the 20. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Stanford offense back out there in the field now. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 17. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? And that's a solid return after the interception.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half.
29 Philly.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver makes the grab and heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Handoff heading left. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And the Nittany Lions starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
2nd down after that previous play. Ball handed off. Got a lane. No shot to bring him down. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. the Stanford offense is back out there on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can... Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
They got some ground to make up. 2nd and long from the 15. Handoff taken, heads off right tackle. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Stanford will kick it off to get the second half going. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. They get him down, but he found a good lane in that return. And so the drive starts with pretty decent field position. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackled immediately, but it's a big chunk play. Gain to the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it right near the end zone. Forced out of bounds, but not before the football's moved inside the 10. It'll be 1st down and goal.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Got it.
2nd down and goal upcoming.
Easy.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On 2nd and goal, give it to him again. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. Ball sits at the 2-yard line for 3rd and goal.
42, Spider. Cut.
Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the beatdown continues.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Stanford offense is back out on the field. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Stop after a small gain. Now look at it, 2nd and 9.
Boy, the offense goes with a jet sweep, and the defense is there. That is a tough play to defend, but give them credit for playing with discipline, especially with their eyes, not getting caught up, squeezing inside. They got to the outside and prevented that from being a big play.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Catch is made down the middle. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. Stanford comes to the line quickly here.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Here's another interception. We're losing track. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up, makes a big play.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. He's looking deep here. Catch made down inside the 25. Touchdown, Penn State. And the route is on.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Cardinal offense is back out there on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. It's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going. No huddle here for the offense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the 1st down.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here.
3:25. Ready.
We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He was brought down after a short gain. Does not make the 1st down yardage. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long in their own 41. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. Snags a quick throw. Good enough for 1st down yardage. Stanford comes to the line quickly here.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
They make the tackle, but that's an excellent game. Moves the ball to the 33. Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. It's caught downfield. Stopped quickly at the 13, but here we are in the red zone. This offense has been struggling, still scoreless, but on the move now with a 1st and 10. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. Here comes the up-tempo offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He's swarmed by the defense. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Back's got it again. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Intercepted in the end zone.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback drops back. He's going to test the secondary. He pulls it in for a big gain. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spot the ball at the 31.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long, over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense to put them in a position to win this game.
Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain. Now it's 2nd down here. And the runner takes off to his right. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. They'll try to run for the 1st down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
Direct snap to the back. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Looking for his big tight end. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return there, but a great interception to get the offense the football at the 42.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And the Stanford offense back out there in the field now. Look, they're now throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the catch. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. The pass rush closing in. Tough to show, but a sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. On the run, he'll let it go. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. A big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Pass caught. Can he get in? They stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Ready, set.
It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense.
Get set, get set.
It's QB sneak. He gets to the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed that the user has not turned the game off and reset and playing it to the final whistle. And the offense is following your lead by playing hard and gaining some confidence for next week. We're not going to win this game, but I'll tell you what, you're a trooper.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And it's good. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. And he cannot escape defense with a sack.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
So it's 2nd down and long here from the 13. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
That run sets up an important 3rd down call for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Fielding the punt, looking at improved field position here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Stanford offense is back out there on the field.
42, Spider.
Here's the handoff running behind the big right tackle. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. It stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards.
Okay.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it here. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Here's the second down play. And he's got it again. Gets into space at the 50. Tackle finally made, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it at the 34.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The junior able to bring him down quickly. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. And they'll use the ground game here. And that run produces a decent gain. Stanford comes to the line quickly here.
Yankee blue.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket. And he wisely decides to just throw the ball away there on third down. Brings up fourth.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
Chris, they had it. They had exactly what they wanted. I can't believe this would have been a touchdown, but he drops the ball on fourth down.
They'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
So that's now back-to-back wins, Kirk, over quality opponents. This team really building some momentum.
I agree. I think there's a lot to build on with this team and what they've been able to do these last few games. We'll just have to see how far this streak can extend and how much this team can keep improving.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.